Why do kids not have jobs today? Well, I wanted to start by understanding parents with teenagers, what their first jobs were, and compare it to what their kids' first jobs are. So, not surprising, 40% of parents with teenagers actually started their first jobs in the restaurants, whether that was hostess, servers, dishwashers, busboys. Restaurants was a place to start. Maybe some of you started in the restaurants, but guess what? Teenagers, only 11% are starting in the restaurant space. But maybe some of you worked at retail or maybe even the grocery stores, checking out, stocking, all of those things. 27% of parents with teenagers actually had their first jobs in the grocery retail, but only 6.5% of their kids are starting there. It sounds like a bad economy, but it's not. And stick with me. Let's look at this chart. Now, this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, not my data, but what we're showing is the percent of 16 to 24-year-olds that are unemployed. Unemployment data for young Gen Z people. Now, the first thing, if you glance at it and you look left to right, 2026, does it look like the doom and gloom that is in the headlines today for young people, that there are no jobs, that it's all about the economy? Absolutely not. What you can see is that there are many other generations, maybe some of you, that had much worse economic job market situations than what's happening for today's youth. So the short answer is this is not just about a bad economy for young people. So if it's not the economy, what is it? Well, I had another question where we looked at how old you were when you actually had your first job. Let's start with boomers. 46% of boomers had a job before they were 16. But you can see as we look at Gen X and millennials, all the way down to Gen Z, only 14% of Gen Z have had those early jobs. Part of it is because of overcommitment. They're more protected than prepared. And so things like AP classes in school, sports events, extracurricular events, all to actually round out that student to head to college. The value of the early jobs is being missed. And think about this. If you're a millennial having a kid and you didn't have those early jobs, you don't have that experience to then encourage your children to have jobs. But it is an opportunity for us to today change the trajectory of that. One thing that we are seeing is this shift. So again, going back to the parents with teenagers and their kids, the jobs that maybe the parents are paying the kids, things like chores around the house, dog walking, lawn care. These are things that maybe the parents are paying, and those types of jobs are being experienced by kids today. But that does not replace the accountability of having to show up at a job, be on time, even if it is a lawn care for your neighbor. So what's the so what, now what? Why are kids not working? It is not solely an economic issue. I showed you the BLS charts. The data proves otherwise. What's happening today is that kids are more protected than they are prepared. What we need to do, parents, prioritize the role of work experiences. It is as important, if not more important, than extracurriculars like sports. Now, do you think your kids are going to say, oh, yay, sure? No, they're going to push back. But it's okay. We need to provide these experiences to help them succeed in the future. For those company leaders out there, prioritize helping young people succeed. Give them chances in the workforce. They are not lazy. It's not that they don't want to work. It's just that they haven't had the reps. It will take a little bit more effort on your part. But imagine if we don't do this today, where are we going to be in 5 years when we're looking for that more middle management tier? They're still going to be unprepared unless we give them a chance today. Well, that's what I have for today, and until next time.